Okay, so what if I told you that you could get complete command over your body's stress response in just 2 weeks? We're going to break down a protocol that promises exactly that. And this isn't just about, managing stress. It's about achieving what the source calls nervous system sovereignty. You ever have that feeling of internal static? Like there's a disconnect between your mind and your body? Well, that feeling, which the source calls signal degradation, is a huge sign of a dysregulated nervous system. It's basically when your body gets stuck in this low-level fight-or-flight mode, creating this constant hum of anxiety that just messes with your focus and your clarity. And yeah, it impacts everything.
The antidote to all that static is what this protocol is all about: nervous system sovereignty. It's the ability to stay calm and clear even when things get chaotic. You can think of it as the very foundation for everything else you want to do in life. The idea is, if you can master this one thing, everything else just kind of falls into place.
All right, so how do we actually get there? Well, the whole system starts with 3 foundational drills. And let me be clear, these are not suggestions. They are described as absolutely non-negotiable. Think of them as the new operating system you're installing on your internal hardware.
Okay, let's unpack these. First up is coherence breath, which you do for 5 minutes twice a day. This simple breathing pattern helps sync up your heart and your brain, literally clearing out that static. Second, the posture lock-in. Every single time you walk through a doorway, you reset your posture. This is huge because it's constantly telling your nervous system that you're safe and you're in control. And third, the neutrality snap, which you'll use whenever you're triggered to stop the cycle of judgment and prevent that static from even building up.
And the source is super direct about this. There is no room for slacking off. It literally says, skip a day equals signal degradation. Your field remembers laziness. So the main takeaway here is consistency. Every single day matters when you're trying to rewire your system.
Let's move on to week 1 and see how this all comes together. The first 7 days are all about anchoring these new habits into your daily life, turning them from something you have to think about into automatic rituals. So, week 1 kicks off with the morning coherence sequence, and it only takes 5 minutes. You sit up, you lock in your posture, and you just do 5 minutes of balanced breathing. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. The final step is really powerful. You whisper a single word to set your intention for the day, something like steady or unshakable. You're basically programming your entire system for success from the moment you wake up. Next is the doorway reset, and you're going to practice this all day long. Every time you pass through a doorway, you do this little micro adjustment. Lift your sternum, pull your shoulders back, keep your knees soft. Each reset is like a nonverbal cue to your brain that you are present, you're confident, and you're in control. It's like a 2-second physical reboot that has this massive compounding effect throughout the day.
And the whole philosophy here is so simple, but it's actually really profound. Your posture isn't just about how you hold yourself, it is a direct input to your nervous system. As the source puts it, posture is your password to presence. You're using your own body to unlock a state of calm, focused awareness.
Finally, for week 1, we've got the neutrality snap. This is your tool for handling stress in real time. The moment you feel triggered, someone criticizes you, something stressful happens, you silently whisper the word data. This simple word short-circuits your emotional reaction, reframing the input as just neutral information to be processed, not some kind of personal attack. Then, you follow it up with a long 6-second exhale to physically let that tension go.
And this really gets to the heart of it. You can't always control what happens to you, but with this tool, your reaction becomes a choice. You get to choose to maintain your internal coherence instead of letting some external event create static in your system. It's a huge, powerful shift in perspective.
Okay, so you've spent a week building that solid foundation. Now it's time to level up. Week 2 is all about pressure testing. You've installed the new software. Now it's time to see how it performs under a little bit of stress.
The key drill for this week is called the static storm simulation, and the whole goal here is to intentionally create a mild stress response, but in a totally controlled environment, so you can practice stabilizing yourself on demand. You're basically training for the chaos of real life, but in a safe way.
Here's exactly how you do it. First, you induce a brief moment of stress, like sprinting in place for 60 seconds, or even a quick blast of cold water in the shower. The instant you stop, you start a timer. Then, you immediately jump into the recovery protocol. 4 deep rescue breaths, followed by a neutrality snap to calm your mind, and a posture lock-in to ground your body. You only stop the timer when you feel that you've returned to your calm, centered baseline.
So what are you aiming for here? What's the goal?
The goal is to recover from that acute stress, to go from chaos back to calm in 90 seconds or less. This isn't just about a feeling, it's a clear, measurable test of your new nervous system sovereignty. So, after 14 days of anchoring all these rituals and pressure testing them, what is the ultimate payoff? It really all comes down to one single core competency: the ability to stabilize in chaos. This final quote from the source material just captures the entire promise of the protocol perfectly. It's not just about feeling less stressed, it's about having superior performance. When you can maintain your internal calm while everything else outside of you is frantic, you gain this incredible advantage. You don't just command yourself, you command your environment. The only question left is, are you ready to stop the static and claim your sovereignty?